Alright, so here I have this wreath that I've made, probably 6 years ago at this point. I made this out of a foam wreath form and a whole bunch of flowers. It also had a bow, which I took off. I didn't care for the bow anymore. So I just removed the bow. I had bought some flowers at Dollar Tree and at Walmart. If you saw my haul a few weeks ago, these florals are what I picked up and showed in that haul. So if you're wondering exactly where I got each stem from, you can watch that video and it'll tell you. But I am just filling in more flowers. I'm not doing any ribbon. For one, there's so much color on the wreath, I feel like the ribbon got a little bit lost. And for two, it also would just kept getting crushed. Our screen door is glass, and there's not a ton of space between the door and the screen door on our front door, so it does squish it. So the whole point of having the bow just didn't make sense because of the fact that it would just get squished anyway. The flowers do a little bit, but not nearly as bad as the bow did. So here I'm just cutting up. These are my aviator snips, and these are really good ones. They have a very good spring load in them, so that I can use them easily without. I have a lot of problems with my hands. I don't have a lot of hand strength. Had to have surgery on my right hand, and so I just, the less pressure I'm putting on my hands, the better. So these are really, really good ones. I'm just mixing in some more yellow mums. I guess these are mums. These are large flowers that I don't know. I think they're beautiful. And then those little mini mums, I've got yellow and I've got orange. And I'm just kind of placing them around, starting with the area where I pulled off first, and then I'm just kind of going in everywhere else and kind of intermingling the same flowers so that they blend in. You can't tell which ones are new and which ones are old by the time I finish it. This can be done if you pick up a wreath at a thrift store or a yard sale, or if you have an old one that you like pieces of it but you don't like all of it. Just go to Dollar Tree. They have some really good florals now. Go to Walmart. Sometimes you can get some even cheaper than Dollar Tree, and take a look at what you can do, because you can easily make one over and it's still going to be a whole lot cheaper than going out and buying a new a new wreath, because wreaths can get very, very expensive, and prices right now are high enough on everything else. So I will show you later on what this looks like on the door, but here's the finished product here. Now, if you did watch my haul, you will know that I picked up a whole bunch of pumpkins and these lanterns, and I'm just taking them outside and spray painting them. I wanted these three pumpkins to be three different colors, and I didn't have the colors to match that would have matched the spray paint that I was also using. So I just taped off the individual pumpkins, and I believe I left the top one the cream color that it was, but the other two I do end up painting the copper on the bottom, and then I believe I used the cranberry. I'll show you those colors in just a second. But those lanterns up there and those pumpkins, I just wanted to uh, I wanted all my pumpkins to match, and of course you can't always find the colors that you're looking for, so it's very easy to pick up the pumpkins that are not as expensive, and then just use some spray paint and you can make them all match. This is the copper, and I'm just showing you a little bit of the spray painting process, just a very little, and then the rest of it I just spray painted off camera, because I'm not real comfortable spraying near my phone. I do all my filming on my phone, and everybody knows basically how to spray paint, so I didn't want to show you too much because it just gets too boring. And this is, after all, a decorating video and not a DIY video. So I'm just removing all the tags. These little pumpkins from the Dollar Tree, some of them look really, really cheap and just really, really plasticky. So all you have to do is get them out and spray paint them, and that is it. That's all you have to do. Everything here right now, I'm spray painting, excuse me, the copper color. Those lanterns, all three of them, I wanted them to be copper. And these pumpkins here that I have out, I wanted to be copper. And then I did some in kind of a reddish color. I think it's called cranberry. I'm going to show you all the colors that spray paint colors that I used in just a moment. Because I did the copper, the gold, and the this red color, but I believe it's called cranberry. It's a very pretty deep red, and I really love jewel toned colors anyway, and so fall I just really love to use those jewel toned colors. That's kind of why I incorporated some of the cranberry, and plus I'd picked up a mercury glass pumpkin candle holder at the thrift store, and it was like this cranberry color, and so that was like, okay, I don't want to change that, so I kind of went and found some spray paint to match it. So, all right, here are the colors. Yes, that is the cranberry, the copper, and the gold. And I All right, so this is a little shelf that we have in our front entry hall. This picture I painted last year, stained it and painted it. This truck I used for the 4th of July decorations that I made, and I just took those off. The truck is metal and it can be reused, so I hadn't glued anything down. That little pumpkin did not fit on the shelves. So I'm just placing some leaves on here in the truck, and then I put some pumpkins kind of up on top of it. I don't glue anything to this truck because I want it to be used year after year for different holidays and so forth. It is red, so it kind of matches fall as well as 4th of July. And if I wanted to use it for Christmas, I'm not sure if I will or not. Um, so here I'm just kind of placing some of these are not the pumpkins that I painted. These are just the regular orange colors because that's the color scheme out here in the front entryway. This shelf is pretty narrow because we don't really have a very large space here. So this is the only decorating I do out here, just so that when somebody comes in the front door, they're greeted with a little bit of fall. And I'm just kind of placing some of the gold because I do want the gold in there. But those are just all Dollar Tree pumpkins that I've had for a few years. I really tried to work in this berry pick. It just couldn't get it to look right. So I think I just kind of put it on the bottom by itself and just kind of left it there. Just added a little pop of color. That is all I did in the front hall. Here is how it looked in the end. Again, a very small space. All right, so this piano is sitting in our living room, and I have these boxes that I use kind of as risers here. They're just Some of the gift boxes. I believe this is a gift box lid that came from Dollar Tree. And I spray painted them gold a few years ago. I have these orange bowls. I'm also trying to use those as risers just to get things up at different heights so that everything is up above the piano music stand there. So I'm putting out my copper lanterns. I'm just trying to place everything. What you have to do when you are decorating, you just have to go by what looks good to you. There are rules, there are standards that people set up, there are things that people say that are, this is, oh, it how it should be. It should be how you like it in your home, not how other people say it should be. I really like how this turned out, and that's all that matters is that you like what you have in your home. And this is all easy, inexpensive things that I just put together. Like I said, I did spray paint the smaller gourds and pumpkins and some of those larger ones. This is the candle holder that I was talking about. It's kind of in the mercury glass. And the gold one you see sitting on the piano keys right now is the plastic one that came from Dollar Tree with looks like mercury glass. And it's just plastic. It's very lightweight, but it actually looks really pretty when it's finished. I have the little glass, um, I don't know, amber glass pumpkin I got from Walmart sitting there. My glass faux candles did not fit in the smaller lanterns, but I've put two of them in the large lantern. Sorry, I'm having a little trouble getting my words out today. Sorry about that. And then I put the other candle inside the mercury glass candle holder. And then I just put a pumpkin in the larger one there. These are the wood leaves that I got from Dollar Tree that I spray painted to match. That one's like the cranberry mulberry color. Um, so I'm just placing them. I rearrange, I place, I rearrange. It's all about, again, how you like it, how you want it to look, and how you can get it all to kind of fit in to your little area there. I believe this is the first time I've really decorated the piano for fall. I do go all out on the piano for Christmas, but I don't really decorate much for fall. Um, I wanted to kind of try it out this way first, so see if I like it. I did like it. I think it looks really nice. So then I'm just placing some of the little florals, some of the little pumpkins. Again, just you got to play with it, see how you like it, see how you want to place it. And I use those orange plastic bowls because they kind of blend in. I didn't have to worry about covering them completely. So if some of the orange shows through, it's perfectly fine because it matches the decor. And then I just took some of the leaves and I just kind of placed them around. Um, Again, these are the leaves and foliage that I got from Dollar Tree and Walmart. I have some hooks above the little mirror where I hang some florals, and I'm just kind of bending the stems and hanging them on the hooks. It takes me a few times to get them to go exactly how I want them to go. So let me know, when do you decorate for fall? When do you set up for fall? Like I said at the beginning, I love summer. I love the sunshine. I don't typically decorate for fall very often. This is probably the most I've ever done here. Um, this is, it's a little new to me to decorate all of this in my house here for fall just because I go all out for Christmas. So I did do this in September, which I felt like it was still so warm outside. I was like, this is not fall weather, but I don't leave it up very long because I start decorating for Christmas the beginning of November. I do that for my own benefit, yes, so that I can record it for my channel, but also because I just like to have the decorations up before Thanksgiving because after Thanksgiving, it gets really busy, it gets really hectic. Our house is the hosting house for all the holidays, and I do the cooking, I do the, all of that for Christmas. Plus, I have gifts I have to wrap, I have crafts I need to make, and decor and so forth. So it's a lot. And I also make candies to give as gifts as for Christmas. And I just try to have all of my decorating done before Thanksgiving, except outdoor decorating. I do very minimal outdoor, but I tend to leave that fall wreath up until Thanksgiving, and then the day after Thanksgiving, I will take that down and put up my Christmas wreath and my Christmas um, I don't know, swags that I made for the lanterns outside and so forth. So I do very minimal outside, and I just tend to decorate more inside. All right, so I am finishing this up. I'm just placing some florals, in that lantern so that the lantern had something in it because my candle was too large. And that's about it. Here's how it looks in the end. I really like how the piano turned out. I'm trying to show you with some lights on and not blind you in the mirror there. But here's the copper lanterns, the cranberry. I love how these colors all look together and how they all just scream fall to me. I was really wanting you to see all the detail here on this piano. I do show you a little bit of it with the candles lit when it gets dark. So I think I just have some pictures of that. Um, Here's another picture just from the side angle. Just some up close shots here. Sorry about that. Kind of went into a little bit too much detail. And here's how it looks when it's lit up. I really like how it all looks when it's lit up. I just think it always looks so pretty with the little twinkle lights and the candles and so forth. I have this little shelf at our back, kind of back entryway area. This is where you come in from the garage. And this little shelf here, I leave half of it open because we tend to sit things there that need to go out or come in. So I only ever do any decorations on the right hand side of this. Right now I'm just kind of setting everything out that I have and just kind of seeing, what I can place where. And I'm sorry about all the angles. I'm not always, this is kind of new to me to show you while I'm decorating. So I try to stay out of the way of the camera. And then other times I just totally forget that the camera's even there. So now these little vases are cardboard tubes that like bottles or um, some had little cookie type things in them. I reuse them. I made these a few years ago. I covered them with scrapbook paper that is like a metallic copper and a metallic gold, and then I put some plaid looking ribbon around them. Sorry, my camera stand was kind of going a little bit wonky here there, so I was trying to fix that. So I made these a few years ago, and I'm just kind of readjusting them. And that one I put a leather leaf on that came from the Dollar Tree a few years ago. I didn't buy very much for fall this year because I had stuff already. So I'm just trying to place these here. Again, I don't do too much decorating. I didn't use everything that I had here. But I thought it turned out cute. It's just a small little area that you can see. This is also in our living room. So these leaves, they call them eucalyptus leaves. I don't know, but they're pretty in the color. I'm having a time getting that tag off of that one. I don't know what they do with these tags. Why don't they make them just a little bit easier to come off? So I'm mixing the red in with the orange and the yellow. Again, I just love the color variation, the variety of color that comes out in the fall. I live in New England, so you actually see a lot of these colors all over the place right now. And bringing a little bit of the outdoors inside is so pretty. And some people like neutrals for fall decorating. And I'm more of like, I like the natural look, and this to me looks more natural, especially if you live up here in New England. These are colors you see outside all the time during the fall. The fall foliage up here really is impressive. And so I like to bring a little bit of that color inside and just show off fall just a little bit. All right, I'm just placing some leaves down below and then just a couple of little pumpkins. I tried a couple other things that thought it was too much, so I just left it as is. And that is all I did there. Here's how it turned out. Again, that sign I made last year. Here's the wreath actually hanging on the door. I love how it turned out. Again, all those fall colors. I'm giving you some up close look at this here now, just so you can see the final product up close.